Good morning, CrossFit Stony Brook here for Thursday, April 16th workout video. So we have our 5-minute warm-up, which it's always 5 minutes. To make it simple, our 5-minute warm-up is going to be 20 mountain climbers, 10 upright rows, 10 presses, and 10 air squats. Just go through that for 5 minutes. Remember to warm up, nice easy pace. Just trying to get everything moving, starting to loosen stuff, warm stuff up. Weight-wise, should always be on the lighter side. If you have two different objects that you can use, that's awesome. Like a lighter dumbbell or a lighter bag, a backpack, something like that would be really good for the warm-up. And then you can use a little bit heavier one when we start talking about the workout. So our warm-up, the 20 mountain climbers, we're just going to go in a nice plank and drive one knee up, kind of turn sideways a little, drive one knee up, and then bring it back, and then the other one. Okay, just nice and easy. Try to keep that body nice and still. Drive them up a little bit on the slower side as it's a warm-up. You can go a little faster as the warm-up goes through. Second exercise, we're going to have our upright row. So I'm going to grab my backpack. I'm going to do a nice two-handed upright row. Just pick up here, lower it down. You also could do it single arm. Okay, if you wanted. It's a little bit heavy for the warm-up for me for that. So I'm going to stick with that two-arm one. Alright, after you can do it with a dumbbell if you have a dumbbell. I only have a big heavy one or a kettlebell. But again, try to keep it something light. What we're going to do is bring that up, bring the elbow up over the shoulder, bring it down. If you're lacking some range of motion, just don't go as far. Okay? Then we have 10 presses. I'm going to hold my backpack here, press it up over my head, come on back down. Focus on that range of motion. Try to stick that head through the shoulders while we do it. Alright, with my dumbbell, I'm going to do a two-armed, because again, I only have a kind of heavy one, but you could do it with a single arm, in which case we're going to set up, dumbbell facing forward, elbow out front in a good front rack, press up, and then come on back down. Last one we have is 10 air squats, feet shoulder width apart, press those hips back, keep the chest up, good posture, sit down nice and deep, and come on up. Okay? Again, trying to get this hip crease down below our knee. Nice slow tempo on that. Go through it 5 minutes. Alright. Second part will be our strength part, a 12-minute Emom. Every minute on the minute, you can do one of these two things. First one we have is 12 slow Sumo deadlifts. The second one will be 12 slow push-ups. So for the Sumo deadlift, I'm going to grab my dumbbell. Okay. My feet are going to be wide, and my object's going to be inside my feet. That's what the Sumo means. Probably somewhere outside of our shoulders. Okay, I'm going to press my hips back, and then I'm just going to bend the knees a little bit to grab my dumbbell. I'm going to stand up, squeeze my butt, keep it nice flat back throughout this movement. Okay, so side view, press the hips back, and then we bend the knees, drive through, and squeeze the butt. Okay, second one we'll have is 12 slow push-ups. So all we're looking to do is go into that nice good plank. Hands right outside our body, about chest height. Slowly lower myself down, press back up. Slowly lower down, press back up. For those of us that are good at push-ups, try to take like 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Alright, maybe a second and a half down, second and a half, something like that. If you're not great at push-ups, try to go for 2-3 seconds on the way down and just kind of worm your way or pick your way up any way you want, using it a little bit more like a negative. That help to build that strength, help us get better. But hold that really tight plank on the way down. Use your knees or kind of a wormy on the way up and work on those as negatives. That'll help to build that strength for good push-ups. Okay? After we're done with our Emom, we have 4 rounds for time, 1 minute each. So just download an interval clock if you're doing this at home by yourself. 1 minute of Sumo deadlift high pulls, 1 minute of burpees, 1 minute of dumbbell push press, 1 minute of mountain climbers. And for the Sumo deadlift high pull, we're going to start off with that good Sumo deadlift, and then I'm going to finish with a high pull. The goal is this kind of what we call a quarter extremity movement. You want to use that movement from the deadlift to come right into the high pull. As soon as we get up to here, let those arms down. Don't hold it there. So it's going to come up, pull right down, send those hips back. When we teach at the gym with a barbell, we always tell people, make sure we focus on one little pause on the way down right here, And that's just so we make sure that we bend over in a good back position instead of rushing that movement and starting to get soft and roundy in that back, okay? So with my dumbbell, I'm gonna hold it center because it's nice and heavy. I got a nice heavy one. Okay, I'm gonna lean over, I'm gonna pull up, come right back down. That little pause right here just to make sure I'm in a good position when I press those hips and I go down for that sumo deadlift. Second minute we have will be the burpees. Pretty simple. You guys know burpees by now, I hope. If not, we're going to get all the way down on the floor, pop back up, reach up overhead. Don't forget that reach up overhead. Good for shoulder range of motion and whatnot. All right, go down, pop up, and again. Okay, that'll be our burpee. Next we have is the dumbbell push press. Okay, so from here, I only got one, so I'm going to go single arm. I'm going to dip, drive up. Okay, single arm, I say, do 30 seconds on one, do 30 seconds on the other, or 15, 15, 15, 15, whatever works for you. We have the double arm with one dumbbell, dip and drive, okay? Big things we're focusing on here. Okay, that dip and drive, we want a nice little just straight torso, all right? So my knees bend a little, I use that to drive up, finish through that range of motion. All right, dip, drive. Try not to lean forward on this, all right? Just a straight little dip, right up, okay? Last thing we got is the mountain climbers, like in the warm-up. Looking for a nice good plank. Here we can pick up that tempo a little, but try to maintain this tight plank position and not a lot of body movement as we drive these knees up. All right? It's gonna get hard. It's gonna get your heart rate up. It is 16 minutes straight, no rest, all right? Try to do your best. Take little breaks in between your transition from one to the other. Take a few deep breaths. Break up the reps if you need to. Have some fun with it. It's going to be a real good workout. If you have any questions, comments, anything, post them in the comments or shoot me an email, Michael@CrossFitStoningBrook. I'll get back to you. Have a great day. Thanks.